Welcome back to Factorio. I'm the 80s Gamer, and we are doing a shipbuilding series. And in the last episode, we took this ship. We're working on a ship you could use to escape to the edge of the galaxy, and hopefully beyond. To get the Promethean asteroids, you have to travel here. So this is the only place you can get Promethean asteroids. And as you can see, the farther you go, the more you get. Wow, they crater at the very end. Sure makes it look like it's possible to get to the shattered planet. Um, hmm. Yeah, interesting. 4 million kilometers. That would be a heck of a flight. Anyway, sorry. To get Promethean science, you have to have Promethean. After those Promethean asteroids, and to get those, you need 25 chunks, a quantum processor, and 10 biter eggs, and crafted on a space platform. Okay. And yeah, essentially, then you're going to craft Promethean science. To me, it seems like the most common place to make it, the easiest place to make it would be on novice, just because you would be able to easily get the biter eggs into space without worrying about them. Well, I say easily, but get them into space without them having to travel. Quantum processors, of course, have to be trucked in from Aquilo, right? Because can they only be made on Aquilo? Oh, you can make them in space. So you could make quantum processors in space. You have to have the problem there is you have to have cold fluoroketone, or however you say it, fluoroketone, and that's annoying to get. But there is something there. Pressure less than or equal to 600. I didn't actually realize you could make quantum processors in space. With fusion power, that would be possible. Although, would you make it in orbit around Aquilo so you could easily send up the fluoroketone? I don't know. It's too bad there's not ship-to-ship. You can't do ship-to-ship sort of transfers of materials, so you can't really have a space platform that sits in one place. The ships have to land, and then you have to launch it back up. It's one of those things that's sort of a bummer about the Space Age mod pack. The author of the guy who did, or one of the developers who worked on the official Factorio Space Age, made a Space Age mod, like a space exploration, I think is what it's called, mod. Anyway, none of that is really for here. This is a shipbuilding series, and our goal was to have a ship that could get you to the end, and that wins the game. But then if you wanted to continue and work on getting Promethean science, a ship that could do that. So in the last episode, we took a test flight, and we got destroyed. We ended up having to reload. And one of the changes we talked about, which I made in between episodes, was to have have the shells for the guns go around in a circle. So that's what they're doing now, is they go all the way down here, and instead of stopping at this gun, we now bring them across, and they come over here, I hope, right? And they go up, they feed this gun, and they feed all the guns over here, and then it comes back up, and it should feed back into the loop. I have not reconnected our loop yet, though, so we should do that. There we go. And that will fill the loop with stuff. So the idea being that we prioritize new made ammunition, but we have plenty coming in, hopefully, around in the loop, so that it at least allows us to have a better buffer of shells. What is the problem here? Why are you not making anything? Because you don't have any explosives. And we don't have explosives because why? Because we don't have any carbonic asteroids. Oh, we're probably sitting... Well, this is the problem with sitting around novice. It's difficult. We have lots of ice, but no... Carbon, maybe? Nobody's sitting on it, is there? No, they're not. It's just a straight lack of carbonic asteroids. It's kind of a surprise. I would have thought that would... We're throwing carbon away, though. Okay. Yeah, carbon's used for there. I don't have a carbon recapture methodology. Mostly because it doesn't really make sense to have any. just because this is an imperfect ratio. At least it's supposed to be. This one looks like it's broken. Is this one broken? No. But yeah, and I would really like to, if anyone has any ideas about how to tweak this, it's supposed to be in perfect ratio. One carbonic chunk should create enough carbon and sulfur to perfectly feed in this, but it doesn't end up being that way, and I don't quite know how it gets out of sync. We're not using productivity modules, which could throw it off, or anything. So I don't really know what's broken there, but we need to get going because until we start moving, we're not going to apparently catch any asteroids. There's a few little odds and ends metallics which we are not trying to catch. So yeah, that's really where we find ourselves. So yeah, I think we should head off towards Aquilo. Oh, is there any other place I wanted to put speed modules or efficiency modules or anything else like that, based on our learning experience? Maybe let's throw down, since power's not really an issue, let's throw down speed modules into there. We were using a lot of rockets, so I would like those to be on tip top. Looks like we're just throwing ice as fast as we can. Do we not control those anymore? Less than 250 in the hub. Okay. But the hub's not picking any up. Because this one's a 200. Okay. Well, maybe we should make that. I think I would like this to be 252. I think that's a better number. That way they also match. And maybe not matching was what we wanted? Unclear. But, yep, that's what's happening. And the two guys dropping carbon onto there, aren't you supposed to be 150 in the core? We're burning it for fuel? It's a puzzle. We're not collecting it. He wants 200. I mean, it would be used for fuel here, but we're not moving. So where is it getting that number from? Maybe it's to keep it, that 150 is keeping it on the belt, actually. Yeah, are we keeping 150 on the belt, and then this is throwing it off at less than that? Is that the problem? Because I forgot how this works. Yes, it is. Okay, so you need to be 150 so that it stops being a... so we stop wasting carbon. That's what's happening, is that the carbon is getting wasted. I probably messed that up. When you're flying, it's probably not an issue. But yeah, those need to be in sync. We need to produce it. And he can probably be a little bit lower, maybe? About 145. 145. Alright. We'll see how that goes. That inner belt should not freeze, but we should be okay. And maybe that will let a few carbon asteroids get past. I think that's what was happening, is that we weren't getting carbon asteroids. We're not passing by these guys, because these guys were stealing them all. There goes a carbonic. Let's make sure it's working. I mean, again, this is really not a long-term issue. Yeah, there we go. We're getting some, which will slowly get us. All right. We have stuff to do. Enough messing around. Not novice. Let's go to Willow. Do not unload. Oh, we had all this excess stuff on there. It's alright. There's things I want to drop. Maybe I'll drop them on Aquilo. I guess we could stop at Gleba. if we wanted. Science is dead in the water. Why is science dead in the water? You have no blue or red science. No blue or red. No blue or red. Isn't that Gopher? What are you doing? You're on novice, waiting for all requests because you need what? You don't have enough purple. Can you go to Gleba and I'll look at really quick what's going on with purple science? Huh. Blue, purple. What is your problem, purple? Electric engines. Bricks, stone. Stone bricks. Wow. That's a bit of a surprise. I mean, not really. I can guess. Yeah, we're not even... Super fascinating. I don't really think this will fix anything. But yeah, what a puzzle. Huh. Going to red's not that big a deal. And I guess science isn't really the focus of this series, but while the ship is flying, we can do that. We trucking it in? Is that what's happening? We are. Very, very, very slowly. All right, well, maybe that will... I mean, I'm still making stone bricks with coal, obviously, which is sort of funny. But maybe that will help with purple science. There you go. Everybody's turned on. So happy. Oh, they're getting used by also something else over here. Military science? Oh yeah, look. Military science must have kicked on for something. Cool. All right. Well, how's our ship doing? That's what we really care about. Our explosives being generated. Yep. Plenty of carbonic asteroids. Living the carbonic asteroid dream. Explosives are being made. Those are being created. Rockets are firing. Amazing. He's missing some carbonic, but everybody else is trying to collect Promethean. So, Promethean science. Or Promethean asteroids, which we might attempt to get today if we can make it all. We didn't make it all the way. I made this little thing here to sort of help us store a few extra, if we could. Basically taking it on and off the belt as an additional buffer. May or may not work. You can store it. There might be a way to build a storage another sort of similar storage thing for it here. I also updated the blueprint so that this loads in, which means that we no longer have any of that fluid here. These guys should be fine. I think we have to hover to see the fluid. He's got 1,000. He's got 1,000. Nothing to worry about there. But now I think because we've done that, we can take this apart. Look at that. Get some extra space back. So then we could use this space, if we wanted, to capture and load. We could try to load some of the... I wonder how much we want to load. Well, let's try. We need one of these. I think we just have to do it here. Yep, and you're going to be all about these guys. This. You're going to output 1. How many do we want to try storing? 50? I don't know how many extra spots we have. Let's start with 50. Okay, you're outputting. And then I got to remember how these work. red out the front. So we go red wire from here to here. And we need to read it with the green wire. So that's here to here. Right? So now this guy, he's reading all the stuff. There's none. He's outputting it. It's less than 50. And these guys should be offering to grab some. Yep, they will. If it comes up. All right. We are stopped at Aquilo. Everything feels good. We're busy making explosives, which is good. We're slowly making those shells. Decent belt movement, I think. Seems okay. Do we think we are ready for... Do we think we're ready to make a second attempt? I think so. Let's do it. So, what is our... Oh, we were traveling slower probably, right? Because we had reduced our speed down to 20. So that was part of why it can go much faster normally, but we're running it at 20. Yeah, let's start out again at 20, just to sort of see how we do. We're going to take you, we're going to add the solar system edge, no unload. Interrupt is already in place. Let's go. Yeah, that's why I was like, why is it taking so long for our ship to get there? And the obvious reason is because we had the speed set way down for experimenting with how fast can we go when dealing with the huge asteroids. And remember, we do have on board. What do we have on board? We have on board some these advanced guns, which I am not using, because I wanted to try to do it with you guys without having those. So that's what we're trying to do. 100. Probably shouldn't be changing the buffer at the exact time when explosives are being shared by... I guess that would be something to try if this doesn't work, would be, do we need a dedicated... do we need dedicated explosive builders just for the shells? Which we could... There might be room to do. I used up all this space for the shells as to have a buffer, but with speed modules and stuff, we're not really running full time. So it might be better to have 4 speed mod upped and a little bit of extra explosive makers than what we're doing right now. But we'll see. Also, can these guys have... These guys can't have productivity. They could have productivity in them. What do we have on ship? Can I do like productivity, or 2 speeds and a productivity? Wouldn't mind having a little bit of... This is an experimental ship. We should make sure we have 50 of all of those imported from Novice. But... Nice. As it should be. Since you're holding. This central high-quality missile tower is definitely a key aspect of it. He fires some of the most often. He keeps that... The arm is able to keep him pretty well supplied, so... It seems like we're okay. We should have this thing prioritized right, because these guys have double feed capability where these guys do not. So we should definitely make sure that all missiles coming in are being fed from the bottom. We got into trouble late, is what I remember. We were also traveling faster. We slowed the speed down after we'd already got in trouble. Alright, let's see. You guys are not producing anything because you're not making anything because, yeah, that is a problem. Yeah, I don't love that. Could we enhance that by doing something like... it's going to be hard to place. What if we place it and then we do a filter only for explosives on the right? And we do something like X. Oh, I bet we can't place it without deleting the other one first. Okay. So let's delete this. X. Oh, but that's going to take all of them from everyone. Yeah, that doesn't work either. Darn it. Keep going. Yeah, we need a double filter. Just worried about the fact that we don't have... I mean, we're halfway there. Feels okay. But we're not producing... Yeah, we're not really producing enough explosives. Alright, he's working. They're all working. Nobody's jammed up, right? Nope, nobody's jammed up. Can't totally figure out why sometimes they jam up. Watch Measures for Trouble. 45,000 is about when we got into trouble. Far so good. Missiles really are the majority of stuff, so I guess we do probably want missiles going full steam. These guys can't do... no, they cannot do productivity. It's probably a mistake to have quite so much speed. What if we want to almost use slower arms? Because they're stealing, or essentially, at least in this design, we are not making any. None of the explosives can get past as long as missiles are going. So we're essentially limited to the number of railgun shells that we have, which I think will get us there, purely because we've switched to a giant. Look at the belt; it's completely full. But it's not a very good design, I guess I would say. We could just try to split here. Get ourselves some, to get some up. How do we get it up there? Let's see if we go like this. To here. To that. Here to there. And then we red belt in. Like that. That would work. So then all we have to do is like that. That will split the explosives across. Definitely I'm going to dump efficiency because I don't want those at all. Maybe that's a good move. It slows. They're producing slower if they even get it, but at least we're getting some additional explosive capability. Check energy usage, actually. Everything seems still okay. Yeah, let's see what is our energy usage. What's it looking like? How are we holding? Half? So yeah, so we could efficiency could be isn't the primary concern. These could all be switched to productivity 3s, I suppose, too. We definitely want lots of critical copper. I would like to make those productivity 3s. What if we what if we run triple productivity on these second ones? So that if it's going to be slower, some will flow over, but at least we'll get extra. How are we doing? We're doing good. A little slow. The engine's okay? Yeah, seems fine. Thruster fuel kind of pops and goes. These guys seem okay. Output full. Output working. Output full. What do you mean output full? What do you mean output full? Are we missing a pipe there? He's working, but he says output full. Oh, are these guys not able to? Oh, what is wrong? Yes. We have a problem. Okay. What happened? That's cold. It's supposed to be cold. It's supposed to be hot. What happened? How did that happen? How did cold get in there? Flush it. How did that happen? Is power still holding? That's terrifying. Yeah? You're still working. You have output full. Output full. Because he's trying to put... These guys got full, probably. Somehow. Okay, so your hot goes here. You need more... this to make sure we don't shut down. We lost some food. We lost some, which is bad, but... Oh, why are they blinking? Oh! We lost one of the guns. All the rockets failed. Sure, that makes sense. Okay. Well, we need to reload. Amazing. Not 14 seconds ago. Let's load 5 minutes ago. What happened? What happened to us? Okay, where are we? We're about halfway? Alright, let's stop moving. I got distracted. What happened? Did we break missile production? So before we split the missile production. Seems like maybe. We started firing a lot of missiles, and we must have exceeded our ability to produce them? I wonder if these speed modules are not a win. Interesting question. Was it a mistake to have speed modules in these guys? We're trying to produce a certain number per second. like we did better last time. Don't really know what happened, I guess, is the problem. I was too busy focusing on other stuff. Sorry about that. We aren't producing any extra... Oh, we better fix the... whatever's broken down here, too. Yeah, what's going on with you? Nothing, you're fine. Why did you get broken? How did you get broken? Output full. Don't understand. What's in this tube? Nothing. I'm very puzzled by that. Is all of his plasma being consumed up here? Working, working, working. Output full. What output? What output? There's like none. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't worry about it. He's consuming the cold. It's in the pipe. Output full. Is the pipe system broken? Feels like it might be. What am I missing? He immediately fills both of those engines. I don't know. Does anyone else have any ideas? What's going on? Alright, so we're back to this problem where we're consuming enough missiles that we are not... I'm so surprised we ran out of missiles here too, but I guess we did. Alright, I would like to continue. Let's try to pay better attention to what happened. We'll watch the front of the ship and we will see what goes on. Definitely a flower of missiles. We start out going quite fast, which is fine. We're able to. The ship's able to burst really well with all of the buffers of stuff. But like red ammo started to be an issue, but seems like it's doing okay. These guys are not functioning because they don't have copper. We probably could buff our copper supply some if we wanted. Do we have triples we could put in? Maybe a speed module? Guess that'll get us a little more copper. But let's stay up here. I mean, the missile belt barely looks like it's moving right now. I think there's a large push right near the very end where you need to be super prepared. And maybe, I mean, maybe two regular quality railguns is not enough. That could be part of it. We might actually need the advanced ones that we have. See the missiles flowing. Okay. Slowing down quite a lot. I wonder if we had a shortage of ingredients of some sort. Can't really go look. This is when bad stuff's going to happen, is in this last little bit. Okay, heavy stuff on the left side, heavy stuff on the right. We need a flower of missile flyer they're holding. I definitely, based on the number of missiles I see us firing, I do not feel like we are producing enough missiles to meet that need long term. We're surviving on a buffer. The belt itself doesn't look like it's collapsing, but I suspect that we are, rapidly, we're taking every single missile we can make. We're making no new we're making no new ones. Here we go. This is when I feel like we got zapped the last time. Maybe that slight pause helped. Maybe changing the speed modules and stuff helped around a little bit. I don't know. Railgun shells are a concern. Okay, here we go. They're getting close. They're still holding. Is it 90,000 kilometers? Or it's 100, I think. We're 88. It's like a percentage way of the way there. We're slowing down, which is a puzzle. I mean, it's good timing, but not meant to be. My very first ship that I took to get all the way to the edge, those of you who watch my series, you can watch like episode 59 or 60 of that series. I think there's a link below. Anyway, you can find it. I was throwing everything in the kitchen sink. I was rolling laser turrets and other stuff onto my ship, trying to just to win the game, just to get there. And I mean, the goal of this ship is that it's supposed to be, sustainably supposed to be able to get here. I don't quite know what happened and why it didn't. I don't love the fact that it can't go at full speed either. That I find frustrating. That small pause we took, what was the difference? It looks like missiles are not collapsing this time. We did make some changes to some of the things we're making, but decent ammo support for the railguns. I mean, we're not making railgun ammo, which is a problem, but 98. I still see ammo on that belt, and I feel pretty good that we're going to make it the last 500 meters or kilometers, I guess, here. All right, we've stopped. No, anyway, why I was telling that story about that ship is it only had railguns at the front, and so I paused the series. I ended. I told everyone it was awesome, and I think after I stopped rolling the camera, the ship was sitting still, and a giant asteroid comes in from the side because we'd stopped moving, and you read your credits and you read your you made it or blah blah blah, and a giant asteroid comes in from the side like this and just cuts straight through and wipes out the core, and that was the end of that ship. So that was kind of funny. And sort of a bummer, but anyway. All right, let's see. We're sitting at the solar system edge. We should be ready to proceed beyond it. This ship should be capable. We did do a little bit of tweaking. I would like to see a little bit more backup on a few more things. How many of these do we have? Great to see some additional copper flow onto the line. Try to get a few more copper things made. Again, this ship is able to stand still, whereas the other one could not. Steel's looking fine. Steel's not the problem. It's all about the explosives. None are making it to railgun ammo, but how did we do? We wanted to see how we completely depleted our 250 buffer, so that's good to know. This should be bigger. I think you're going to want a lot of those, so that's good to know. Yeah, can we see? Let's do a little bit of let's see, how do we do this? We go here. Yeah, let's see a little bit about. Let's highlight this guy. So we're producing 1,500. We were consuming at our peak. We're producing sort of a relatively stable number around 150 a minute, but we were consuming at our peak almost 580 a minute. So while moving, it's not all that sustainable. That is a big deal. Austro interested, show us a little bit about gun stuff. So while moving, also looks like pretty. Let's see, we're 500, 150. Yeah, so that's a problem for sure. Piercing rounds, we're not producing piercing rounds. Copper, we're producing every little set that we're producing. I just upped it, which is great. But every single piece that we were making, we were using. So that's good to know. We need it. And railgun shells. What was the consumption during the top? So we know 34. No, we peaked at around 50. No idea how much we can make if we could get it. But that's not really the focus. Can we check on explosives? I would really like to know about explosives. Consume as much as we make, for sure. So since there's no buffer, it's very difficult to figure out exactly what that looks like. But we're making 150 a minute. I don't know if it goes up and down a little bit, but it doesn't materially higher. Okay. Yeah, so while we're sitting still, all is good. Is fluid a problem? I guess we could get hit from the back. That would be a problem. Yep, there's the molten copper usage, 48k, producing 48k. Yeah, as much copper as we can produce, that makes sense. This guy, I wonder if it would make sense to do a tank of some sort. Water consumption is interesting too. Using very little right now. Do we get kills? Oh, we do. Small carbonics, small meteors, small oxide mediums, the huges. Yep. They're not the big concern. The big concern is these guys, probably the mediums. You're dealing with a lot of mediums. Okay. Piercing rounds is up a bunch. Oh, right, because of course we just upped the number. We're doing 219. And what was his peak? Peaking around half. Ah, okay. Okay, that's valuable. Sure, because we just increased the number. We increased the copper stuff significantly. A lot more copper flowing. We might be able to do those even. I don't know what the max stuff would be. How's power? Fine. This nonsense. Working, output full. I swear I'm doing that right. It seems like the plasma's not coming out. Like this one's providing enough plasma for all four. I mean, it probably is. We might be able to do a fifth. Because I got rid of that stuff here, we probably could do a fifth one if we wanted. I don't think I have one on board, though. I do not. Ooh, we have 30 of these extra. That's great. And another. Oh, we have plenty of speed modules. So speed modules are not an issue, but productivities are. Yeah, everything feels pretty okay. Other than I would like more. We're not producing any shells. We're totally and completely restocking missiles at the moment. There's not a. All right, let's try this. One other idea. If we take one of these speed modules off, will some explosives possibly get through to be able to make some shells? Didn't happen that time. We might need no speed modules. Doesn't seem like it. Let's try doing 2 more of these with the productivity modules and see if that will increase our number, if that can help us increase the number of explosives that we make. So a few more will flow past the first set, maybe? Those 4 should, in theory, power, if they're all functioning, they're supposed to, it should be 4 of these. These produce, they produce 1 coal every 2 seconds, right? And he's supposed to consume, he needs 1 coal every 4 seconds. So, I don't understand. Like, this should be enough to power all 8, and that's not what the experience is that we're having, which I don't quite understand. I mean, I don't quite understand if it's because we're not feeding them fast enough. Like, he doesn't have copper fast enough, clearly. I mean, carbon. Like, that first one should have been, is there not enough carbon asteroids on that, on this belt flowing in? I don't know. But these all should be working, and they are not. I don't have a perfect, even distribution of carbonic asteroids. And this one should always be going. So this guy should be constantly producing. I guess one thing we could do with this one, which would be interesting, is not to mess with the ratio, but what if we tried to speed these up? See if he could produce more. Because this one should always have, this is where it backs up, right? So this one will always have it. So will it get us more explosives? Will some of those explosives, yep, look, one made it past. Or at least producing a shell. These speed modules are essentially pointless. I mean, I guess they're useful in the sense for standing still, like we kind of are right now, right? And again, unlike my other ship, this ship is safe to stay at the edge of the universe. All right, I want to show you guys Promethean. Let's just sort of go gather some so you can see how it works, and I want to test it myself. So what I want to do is we're going to remove solar system edge. We're going to add shattered planet. No unload. And off we go. I wonder if this is a super bad idea because I don't know if we can make it back. I wonder if we have enough shells to make it back. It's a good question. Did we sit long enough to recover? Well, let's get a little bit of Promethean so we can experiment with it, and then we will turn around. If we can make it. We're going to start off with quite a burst of speed. So we'll see. Maybe we will die. Yep, look at that. Already. Okay. There's Promethean. And we can't grab it. This arm's irreplaceable. Do we have any arms on board we could put back? What do we have? We have basic arm? We have a basic arm, that's it? Yeah. Could throw a basic arm in. Okay. Okay. It's probably best just to reload. That was a... Oh, is it too late? Maybe it is. Let's see. Stop. Yeah, I don't think we're equipped. I think... Alright, so this ship will get you to the edge if you want to use it. I will... the blueprint is available. If we want to go beyond and get more science, that's going to take some more tweaks, and maybe that's exactly what the additional. So for example, we have some higher quality railguns that we're sitting on. That maybe that's what we need to be placing in, right? So we can up the quality of all of these railguns, and maybe with that capability, it will be able to go further. Not sure, but pretty much at this point, it seems like it's probably a good idea to head back home. Because I don't think we have I don't think we can do it. Even though I wanted to get a little bit of Promethean science. I guess we could try a little bit more. It seemed like the missile turrets all failed. It might be finer control of speed is required too. We're also using basic gun turrets, remember. Maybe you need slightly better. There's the Promethean science. All right, let's put the brakes on. Hopefully it doesn't die. Hopefully we grab some Promethean science. And let's head towards home. Let's go to Aquilo. No unload. Speed is not active. There's a few chunks for us. Ooh, that is a lot. Making it back to the solar system edge nicely. Missile coverage is tricky. Remember, it's the hardest spot is going to be very shortly here after. I feel like on my other escape ship, I had to give the railguns permission to shoot at some of the medium, the next biggest ones too, to help the missiles out. And maybe that would help. But right now, missiles are easier for us to make, so who knows? One more Promethean. A little bit more Promethean stuff for us to grab, which is fabulous. Get as much as you can. Get as much as you can before it crashes. Good job. Doesn't really help if you can't get back. We are not safe yet. I think more tweaks are going to be necessary to make this ship feel safe to do this outer solar system journey. Not exactly sure what that entails, honestly. Obviously having a large buffer of railgun shells would make a difference. Maybe mounting, maybe letting the railguns shoot more. Right now, I feel like they're not firing all that often. They're certainly capable of it, would reduce the missile flow, I think, quite a lot if we let them shoot at some of the, some of the other things. Ooh, with missile problems. Can we pause our thrust for a minute? Yep, I see it. I see it. That turret isn't firing. I wonder if this turret should be here instead. This turret also is not firing reliably. Okay, so the belt is pretty much emptied. All right, well, I'm not going to make you guys sit around and wait. We are producing more missiles, it looks like. Right? Is everything okay on that? They go down, they go around. Everything is okay with them? Yeah, we have giant stacks. He is not loading them. What's happening? That's exciting, but we're not loading all these stacks of missiles that are not being unloaded like I want them to be. Why does he turn off? Oh, probably to keep it... It should go in sync with that. But that condition seems wrong. What's going on here? You're being driven by this. Driven by this. So your filter is what? Your filter is controlled by this same one. Less than 350, it's on. That doesn't seem like what's happening. Something is not right. You are being filtered by what? Where does that green wire go? That seems like a bug in the... here. Yeah, you have less than 350, so... You're supposed to load, and you're supposed to always be unloading. Looks like we had a bug in that blueprint. Let's re-blueprint the ship. Alright. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm going to fly the ship back. You do not need to wait around for that, but I think it is going to safely return. And we have some Promethean science looping in our little storage loop here, which is super exciting. And now that missiles are reflowing, I think we're okay. It does look pretty decent. The loop isn't perfect, but it was getting stopped for reasons that are really not clear to me. We don't have probably any in storage. Oh, we do. We have some in storage. Okay. But yeah. Red ammo's good. Missiles are not. Ooh, that's really exciting. What's going on here? We don't have enough metal plates now. How fascinating. Huh. Shocking. No, it was just a momentary lapse, it looks like. Okay. Alright. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. And let me know what you guys think. Should we keep going? Should we try to, what kind of tweaks should we make to the ship to make it be more functional, be more exciting, be something you guys want to see about? I want to know. Let me know. Have a great day.